Welcome back, everyone. We are playing some more Highlander playtesting. I'm Sarven McLinton, and we have Beckett Wolfe as well.
A smooth g'day, guys.
Nice. So I'm on the play this time, and I think I have a decent hand. I think this is a nice opener. I'm going to start off with an Isola Tropical, and then this Fyndhorn Elves.
You got him.
So there you go.
It's just
always good.
Going to be Underground Sea and Pass.
Starting off with a Mox Emerald, always good. Always good. Okay, I'm going to play Snow Covered Swamp, and let's go. This is very, very tempting. It's very tempting, I have to say. I'm going to cast Green Sun Zenith for 1.
Ooh. Spell piece.
I'll respond with Misstep.
No way. No, that's twice that's happened. You cheeky boy.
Yeah, I think last time I spell pierced your spell pierce or whatever it was on Force of Will or whatever it was on that. And I get Deathrite Shaman. Whilst I'm finding my Deathrite Shaman, I shall also play a Hex Drinker and I'll pass.
Oh man, that is a good.
Yeah, it was when I opened the hand, I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Alrighty.
Starting off with the Deathrite Shaman always feels good. There he is.
Let's go. Steam Vents in tapped.
Oof, that good feeling when they play the tap land, you know they're not going to play any spells. You know the combo deck is not going to play anything. That's a good sign. All right. Let's untap and let's draw. All right. So we can get some attacks in, and we've got no critters in the graveyards, so that's always a plus. There's no lands in the graveyards either, so that's relevant. I think we're going to get in there, and we're just probably going to get in there with everything.
Okay, 16.
I think just applying that pressure is good. Yep. All right, I'll pass 10.
Alrighty, you're not going to like it.
Uh-oh. End of turn Brainstorm.
End of turn Entomb.
Woof. Woof. After I tapped my Deathrite Shaman, though.
I know. Does it resolve?
So how many cards do you have in your hand?
I've got 4.
4 cards. Oof. And then you put a nasty boy in, and then you... doesn't feel good. I'm going to Mana Leak it.
Yuck.
Because if I let that resolve and you untap and you go land, Thoughtseize, Exhume, that's just end of the game, right?
Let's go Probe You for life.
I've got Brainstorm, and this is Watcher for Tomorrow. It's not actually Omen Speaker. It's
What's Watcher for tomorrow?
It's the Hideaway.
Oh, is that 2-1 Hideaway guy?
2-1 Hideaway.
Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of the 2-1 Hideaway.
Well, it's just better than what's that called? Elvish Visionary, which you would play in a Yorion deck. So
I'm going to cast a brutal Collective Brutality.
Oh.
I'm going to escalate it twice, pitching Greenscard and Jin-Gitaxias.
Wow.
Yeah, all 3 modes, and I'll get Shaman.
Rough.
And it's yours. So I also drain you 2 as well.
Yep.
And I'm passing.
All right, we'll draw. Okay, so you're on 2 cards
16.
in hand?
16 and 2 cards in hand, yeah.
All right. Look, sometimes you just draw your sideboard cards.
What is that? I've never seen that.
Soul Guide Lantern. I'm going to exile Jin-Gitaxias from your graveyard.
Yeah.
And then I will also play my little fella here, Hideaway fella. All right. I will look at 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will hide away. Let's hide away this, I reckon. No, this. I'll hide away that. All right. I don't know if it's random, but no one's going to draw through 80 cards. Don't worry. So let's attack for 2.
14.
Pass to you.
So you can just tap it to exile each opponent's graveyard.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
I'm a big fan of Soul Guide Lantern. It's quite a nice little one there.
Yeah. I think I probably just want to get rid of it. I'm going to cast Animate Dead.
All right, I will. You're targeting your big
Well, I
boy.
could target your Deathrite Shaman.
It is relevant, right? You could exile your own Runescar demon.
That's true. But I will target Runescarred. I'll just ask the question.
Yeah. All right. I'll exile your graveyard.
You got it. So Animate Dead is still in the graveyard?
Yeah, that's correct.
And the rest is exiled and I'll...
All right. Untap.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yeah, I almost kept one because sometimes it's relevant to keep one if you draw show and tell. So I almost kept the Runescarred.
I think I felt like it was bad for me when you discarded two things, but then when I drew the Soul Guide, I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. I will shock and level and attack for everything.
So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
I got a 7.
All right,
that's bad. And it's mine.
Yep, all yours.
This better be a pretty good Faithless Looting.
Faithless Looting into Toxic Deluge.
I will concede. Well, I mean, I drew pretty well as well.
Yeah,
I think we
both drew well.
I had Fatties, I had Collective Brutality, and I had a Reanimate. But you're pretty tough to beat a cheap threat like Hex Drinker.
Yeah. I was just on the tempo game there.
A must answer like Deathrite Shaman, and then like Misstep and Misstep and what was it, Mana Leak as well.
Yeah, Mana Leak. This plays into our really interesting discussion we had at some point about midrange and how in the past midrange could just be maximum grind game 1. Game 2, bring in your Thoughtseize, blah, 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 for your interactive matchups. And you can just kind of go, look, I lose to combo game 1. That was the past. Nowadays, you just need to have a tempo plan within your midrange. Like playing Tarmogoyf, Questing Beast, they don't actually fit the like value plan, but in reality, they're so essential. It's so important to be able to just turn the corner and go, look, I'm going to be applying pressure now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Questing Beast in particular is a really new one that's so good against the increased amount of Planeswalkers and cheap Planeswalkers as well. Turn 3 Planeswalkers like Teferi, Lily Last Hope, Lily Veil, Dak Faden. There's plenty of those going around in Highlander. And I think when your opponent goes turn 3 that and you go untap turn 4, or if you're playing Dorks, turn 3 Questing Beast, it's just really strong. Nas, it's another one.
Yeah, when we were talking about Questing Beast, and I kind of went higher and higher on it, and then talking to James Arthur about how important haste is in his decks. He really, really likes Glorybringer, that kind of stuff.
I'm high on Glorybringer as well.
Yeah, in this deck, I'm playing Questing Beast, also Strangleroot Geist, also Vengevine, for different reasons, not because they have haste, but they happen to have haste, and that changes a lot of clocks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still really high on Strangleroot Geist as well, in my old junk list, just because that haste is really, really relevant. This is a keep from me.
I feel suitably scared, and I will say, yeah.
It's not that good. It's underground, fetch for underground sea Thoughtseize.
Okay. Questing Beast. This is Watcher for Tomorrow.
Yep.
Tasiga, Uro, and Boon of the Wishgiver.
Man, Uro is so good.
I know, right?
Like, I guess Watchers...
I mean, it's my just slam 2 drop. And I mean, it's a 2/1.
Yeah, I'll just take Uro. Yep. I'll be honest. I tried playing Watcher. I played it in like an ETB sort of deck. Played
the fact that it's a 2/1
Twin. Yeah, but I was a bit disappointed with it because I found that the card I wanted now, I didn't want by the time it died.
Absolutely, so relevant. I have
information like the game changes by the time it's dead.
I definitely agree with you. I have found that it's not as amazing as I had thought it was. So I guess we play. I don't want blue. There we go. I'll play this, and I'll pass turn. Yeah. So like the argument obviously is well, it's really, really good with Yorion and that kind of stuff. But generally, if you've got a Watcher for Tomorrow out and you're casting an 8-mana Yorion, you're probably winning the game. So you don't need to blink this.
I'll pass. Yeah. I mean, the Leaves Battlefield trigger is a good one, and it's good for sweepers and stuff, and it's aggressive, but yeah, I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm. I think we just play the Watcher then, so some amount of pressure, not an irrelevant amount of pressure. All right, I'm going to play this 2-1, and I'll fetch.
Look, after talking about how bad it was, I ain't going to daze it.
Wow, brutal. So that's gone.
And I'm paying mana for the days.
Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes you got to tap. Tapper's going to tap. All right, and then I'll pass turn to you. I think it might be 1, and then a Bayou, something like that.
Let's go Demonic Tutor.
DT. Oof, I'm going to respond by dazing it.
Oh. So you didn't want to daze my days?
No, I did not want to daze your days.
I would just play a tapped Mystic Sanctuary and pass.
You would absolutely punish me so bad there if I daze your days, right? Like you untap and you just play Show and Tell, and I'm like, oh, here's my Questing Beast.
Right. You know what? The Questing Beast, phenomenal versus Show and Tell. Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Because, absolutely. Because, it's a really good one to race, and it's got Death Touch. So often you don't even have to put the Questing Beast in. You put some other random idiot in, and then you go untap Questing Beast, and they're both don't have summoning sickness now, and you just can Alpha Strike and get around them, and suddenly they go, I can't race with this RuneScar demon because I've just taken 4, and if I swing, I then take the Questing Beast and whatever they show and tell it in, let's say Tassiger in this case, I take 8. I can't actually race that. And
That's
they can't
so
block it either because it's got Death Touch. They sit there looking like an idiot.
That's so funny.
Because I've been playing Questing Beast versus Show and Tell decks a lot in Legacy, and I just keep getting Show and Tell, and they put in Emrakul, and I can sack 6 of my lands and kill them with the Questing Beast, over a couple of turns. It's incredible. He resolves.
Well, I'm just wondering, how much do I want to keep this here for Uro?
The Uro.
That's a weird spot because my hand is kind of in an interesting spot. I think this is what it is. I think it's cycle boon. All right, cycle this, draw. All right, that does change my plan. I think this is better. I'll play Elvish Mystic.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'll pass 10 because this leaves open many lines, right?
Well, I definitely wanted the Demonic Tutor.
Oh, dazing 2 points feels good. I mean 3 points.
Yeah, so you can now just play land, Beast or land Uro, or if you don't hit land, you just Tass. Pretty strong.
All strong options, right?
I think I just play Watergrave in tapped and pass.
All right. Let's go untap, draw. Okay. So you're on 3 mana. I mean, I don't think there's any counter spells here aside from Force of Will that punish me, right?
Yeah, I mean, even Force isn't that good.
Yeah,
Force is obviously best.
Force is the
best when
right?
you've got, but Force is at its peak when you go tap out, tap out for a threat.
Absolutely.
It's no better than just Mana Leak here, right?
Yeah, I don't think that you have enough counter spells for this for you to consistently counter this. So I just jam it into the open mana. Does it work?
Uro resolves.
Nice. All right, I'll draw. I will play I will play this. And I've gained 3. All right, and then I will pass turn. So I'm on. I've fetched twice. All right, all yours. So I've fetched twice, so that means I go up to 21.
Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yeah, with the Questing Beast, it represents a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, I think it's close to Scoopsville, but I will pass turn.
Okay.
I'll soldier on.
I do get to like show you things, I guess. I get to show you what my deck does now. So I'm going to go... I think I shock this one. Yep. All right. So I shock this. Go to 19. And I will cast Survival of the Fittest.
Sure.
All right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think I set up for the next turn, right? So 1, 2. Yeah, and then we set up for that. Okay, so I think we go to attacks, and I'll attack with Uro.
I got 11.
I draw. I'll gain. Go to 22. Okay, so I've played land for Uro. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, that seems okay. All right, I think I just pass turn here.
I'll concede.
I'll show you what I was going to do, just so that people at home get to observe. So I activate this end of turn, and I pitch this guy, and I grab Vengevine, and I'll put Hogak here because that's also going to happen. So I'll get Vengevine, then I'll pitch Vengevine and I'll get Hogak, and then I'll pitch Hogak and I'll get literally anything. And then the following turn, play 2 spells to return Vengevine, then cast Hogak. So this card by itself, this 1 point, is insane.
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's particularly good in the 80 card deck because you've got so many more creatures and you can fit a lot more stuff in there to fetch for.
Exactly. Like you don't want to draw
Hogak. Yeah, a lot of the time combos take up too much room in your deck, but you've got a bit of extra room there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's quite good to be able to consistently do the Vengevine plan because one of my commanders, essentially, I have a commander, my companion is a creature. So like you're almost always going to be able to like survival and then on the same turn, chain pitch your things into all of that and then play Mana Dork and Yorion. Like it's relatively straightforward, relatively easy. And sometimes if you have heaps and heaps of mana and you've set it up for 1 turn, at the end of their turn, and then you go to your turn, you've done your chain, and then with your 9 mana, you go like this and Questing Beast, and then you return Vengevine, and then you tap a bunch of your dorks and you play Hogak, and then you attack with haste. So, yeah, it's...
No, I really like it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, when I say it takes up cards in your deck, it does, because you've got a bit of extra space, like, you don't want that if you're playing Storm. But if you're playing something like this, where, as you said, you don't want to draw the Hogak, or you don't want to necessarily draw the Vengevine, although it wouldn't matter too much. But like combo decks like Protein Hulk or something, where you need the spells in your deck, but you don't want to draw them. That those kinds of combos, I think Survival's really at its peak, and that's where you want a bit of extra breathing room in your deck space, where Yorion would really shine. So I wonder if Yorion would be a good one for a Protein Hulk deck as well.
It's possible, yeah, because like you just got so much things you need to use up the space, but instead you could play 20 really good mid-range cards and some lands, and then play that mid-range game a bit more. But yeah, those decks love to find their find their flash, they spend so much mana, so much of their points dedicated to getting the flash itself.
Yeah, that's true. But I think you can play it like a mid-range deck.
For sure.
And just have a flash in there and have a Protein Hulk at the top of your Green Sun Zenith curve.
Absolutely. So we got another 2 games in there, which is sweet. Hopefully people at home have enjoyed seeing some interesting off-kilter decks go head-to-head here. It's been a lot of fun, and I guess we'll continue to keep brewing these decks, hey?
Yeah, guys. See you on the next one.
All right.